The only one, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
The first diva of YouTube. How y'all feeling tonight?
First lady, what's good?
Good.
Good to be back.
Gentlemen, I'm glad to have you guys back, man. This is a great show we're going to be breaking down. It's got a lot of buzz from the fans, and they want to hear what we got to say. But before we get into it, let me just make sure everybody know what we got going on. Be sure to subscribe to not just my channel, but to Nita's channel, to Jay's channel. Links are in the video description of this live stream. And also, JMO has a podcast. So in case you can't hear the whole entire live up here, what we do tonight, you can go to JMO's podcast and check it out. And if you like any of the gear you ever see me wearing, Shop Life Games, you can check it out. Without further ado, y'all, let's dive into it, man. Let me give y'all the opening clip. And,
I already know what it is.
You need to know me like a book. JMO probably know what
Marinating.
Marinating
something.
Yeah, man. Here we go. You know what, Nita? I might fool with you this time. Okay. I might fool with you this time, but here we go. Kitty. I fooled you, didn't I, Nita?
You fooled me.
I know what you thought it was going to be. We're going to talk about that at the very end.
Thought it was about how you break in the couch. I thought it was a video about how to break in the couch.
Yeah, that's what she thought. What it mean when a woman hike that leg up using her own hand? You know what I'm saying?
Get on up in there, baby. Go on get you a piece of that. Take a whole piece of the pie. Just take it all, baby. Here, let me help you. Let me fix you a plate, baby. Let me fix you a plate. Come on.
He preaching. She wants you to fall the hell up in that pussy when she hike her legs up. That's what she wants. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get this thing going. But let me shout out everybody that came to support us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We, as artists of YouTube, really show out for you guys. We're grateful when you come check us out, and we are very appreciative. Just stick with us. So, Nita, you got in here first. We'll start from the beginning. Tell me about this scene when you got the young folks in here, young Meech, standing in the store. You know, they broke. You know, they're just kind of going back, telling you a little bit more about the motivations to why they're doing what they do. And he's in here, you know, he's trying to holler at him some little Simone. But she got a friend who, you know, in essence is cop blocking because she wants her G with some money. And in the end, he wasn't able to buy them their stuff. And Pat saw what happened, and this was how Pat kind of introduced his influence on Little Meech. So, Nita, start out, break down that scene for us. What was your interpretation of that scene?
I think the interpretation that it gave me is that he's more of a flosser. He's more of a kind of in-your-face, flashy type of dude. And so I think they just kind of showed that little piece of his character, and then you actually see later on how that played into him at the bar scene, and the lady was there. He was similarly doing the same thing, and I was like, oh, okay, so maybe that's like, you know, one of his little character flaws that's going to kind of like, you know, hold him back a little bit.
Okay, short and sweet. J-Mo, interpret that first scene for the people.
Oh yeah, man. It definitely showed that the struggle is real. It's been there for a long time, and he wanted to try to be there, be a man, as you know, the traditional way. Be able to take care of the lady, be able to pay the bills, be able to do this and that. And we see like he want to pay the rent for mama and them and pay up that. He want to pop bottles and pay for that. He wanted to buy a bag of chips and soda for the girls, but he got embarrassed when he had to pull out that Mississippi knot of food stamps right there. And, you know what I'm saying? That right there was what kind of motivated him to, you know, want to get money, because he looked up to Project Pat. And, you know what I'm saying? Project Pat dressed nice, had money. He told him, hey, don't let that get to you there, shorty. And so that showed him like, okay, it's a way out. And maybe this is the way out. He got girls, he got money, he got a car, and it shows how impressionable a young mind can be. So when you 10 years old or younger and you see somebody able to do those things, it's different a lot of times than an adult when they see this type of stuff or exposed to it. But, you know, even though he had both parents, they didn't have it like that. And, you know, it was embarrassing. It hurt his heart. You know, he was a independent spirit, you know, coming up. So.
I mean, even when you do have both parents and you have money, we oftentimes see them kids doing stuff like committing suicide, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it just takes a lot. It takes a village. It takes a lot of connected communities to really, really help young people stay on the right direction, or at least get on the right direction to stay there. And the community that connected him, as you can see to this day, with this dude right here, Pat. Man.
Yeah, Project Pat.
Project Pat. All right, J-Mo, I'm coming your way now. So they done found themselves a new stash house north of the 8 Mile. Only people that know about the stash house is the brothers, B. Mickey, Kato, and they big muscle dude.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get into the house, we see that it's a nice crib. You know, they in the burbs now. You know, they got places to hide all their loot, places to hide the drugs. But they got one problem, J-Mo. They running low on their supply.
Right.
Break down this scene for us.
Well, I mean, this show right here that they really need to get that connect. And although Pat telling them that they ain't ready, they need it. And I mean, Meech, they probably is ready because, you know, they do got a little infrastructure. They got the Stone Burgers, Meals on Wheels, you know what I'm saying? Working out there. So, you know, and then he actually is doing good managing his money to be so young at what, 15, 16. He got a house. He thinking of having it out in the burbs, away from the hood. You know, he actually living better than his mom and daddy is right now. Yeah. You know, and then he had it laced with the leather furniture, you know what I'm saying? He had the damn big screen TV. That was luxury back in the day to have that TV. So, you know, I'll see what he doing. He doing pretty good for his age and what he trying to do. I'm going to give him his little props and his credit, what credit is due. So, you know, I like it. I like that, his moves.
Okay. What'd you think about it, Nita? Seeing the new stash house and him kind of sweating. Where the hell is Mickey? What the hell is up with Mickey?
Right. The thing about Mickey, I do not trust him for some reason. I do not trust Mickey at all.
Even with what happened, even with what happened with him and Kato, you think it's worse now to trust him?
At all. But you know what? Jay is right. That whole stash house in the burbs was it was genius. The people in the hood not looking for it there. So that's how you know you got a mole. And I think he's going to B. Mickey and Kato is going to be on his radar because they've been making some foul moves and just things that's not trustworthy. So, you know, he's always questioned Kato. He never saw it for Kato. So she's always going to be on the list. But B. Mickey, just that little scuffle that they had and then how he did J-Mo, I just think that it's just a recipe for disaster. It's coming up. So he's definitely going to have to put the press on because, like I said, nobody knew where that house was. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. But
you know what? I tell y'all all the time. I remember in the game was about following people. It was always keeping your eyes on people. So yeah, Lamar could have had somebody looking out and following them to where they go and all this other stuff. That could have been possible, but I don't know. But yeah, good point that he's making the right moves, got the money. Yeah, I think he does a good job for himself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I like that whole move with the stash house. That was a boss move, and for him to have just moved it, you know his spidey sense is tingling like hell. He know his brother ain't talking.
Right.
And probably number one on his radar, the person that wasn't there, is B. Mickey, when it probably should be Kato, but since B. Mickey wasn't there, he's probably going to be the scapegoat for where his angle is going to go in next episode.
Right.
Let me give the people a shout out. People want me to recognize that Colin Powell died. Rest in peace to Colin Powell. I'll say this about Colin Powell. I didn't agree with his previous political stances probably until right here in the last 10 years when he railed against Donald Trump and that bull job. Even though he stayed Republican, he basically came out and said, if you like Trump, you're being a hypocrite because this is not what the Republican Party stands for. And I think ultimately that's what's going to uplift him in the history book, along with his service in the military and all that. So for the people out there talking about Colin Powell, rest in peace, I got you.
He did almost. Yeah, he almost became the first black president. If he would have ran, a lot of people think he could have made it. And he was Republican, but he actually, you may not remember, but he went up against George Bush, who he worked for, and was Secretary of State for, but he didn't agree with some of that stuff that was going on, so he stepped down. Right. And then kind of moved away from politics, but he should have ran for president and made a difference. But I think if the first black president was Republican, then where we are today may not be the case on how they did with Obama. They just really, really, we got real divisive, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Big Buzz, always coming through with that 703 supporting the channel. Miss Vine and Roses says, I love you guys, but where's Moochie and Larry? Both of them are on vacation. Both of them are damn near across the country. So you guys will be seeing them in some upcoming videos. And then
y'all got to follow Larry on Instagram.
And his channel. Don't forget, he's still putting out his videos on tech, even though he's on vacation. Folks didn't even know Martin Luther King was a Republican. People knew he was a Republican, but back in the 60s, do I have to go through the whole story? How the Republican Party's views and the Democratic views flip. What the Democrats believe in today is what the Republicans believed in back in the day. And when the Democrats first started, they was called the Dixiecrats, meaning the Southern Dixiecrats, crossbars and all. I think a lot of us know it, but if you didn't know, I just gave you your history lesson.
Yeah, and if y'all was paying attention to Godfather Harlem, remember Powell used to call them the Dixiecrats.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. All right, Nita, we on you now. So, Meech goes to Pat, of course, trying to re-up, and Pat ain't trying to hear it. Pat basically he wanted to give my man some crack to go with the coke, and Meech ain't going for that. So he puts a brick in a Tide box. And what do we find out? He's stealing this idea from his boy Boom, which is Lala Anthony's character's husband. Guys, they ain't tell you that for nothing. They ain't tell you that man's name for nothing, so keep that in mind.
Oh, say that again? I missed that.
Boom
is Lala Anthony's husband on this show.
Okay.
And, the brick idea, which he put a brick inside a Tide box, they say he stole that from Boom, Lala Anthony's husband.
Okay.
And in the car, they're debating who they can go to try to get a new connect. Meech wants to go to some hood dude named K9.
To the dog pound.
The dog pound. Southwest T is like, go to Rock, who tried to proposition Meech. So, my homegirl Nita The Diva, the one true diva on YouTube. Tell us how you feel about it. You know how to get Game of Thrones on you, the one true diva.
The first diva of the crew. Right.
So, I don't think the wisest. I'm usually with Meech and his ideas, but for some reason that one just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, with Meech and this whole thing with Pat, this thing is about to turn real ugly. I think Pat is right. He doesn't have the infrastructure. He needs a little bit more organization. And, you know, even though he has all these great ideas and he know how to pull the product, but all that stuff comes with more money, more problems. So you just like how Rock was kind of like flailing in Raising Canaan, you have to have that infrastructure to kind of like, you know, really like, because say like if he had all that and he lost all that at the stash because he don't have nobody to watch the stash, you know what I'm saying? So he has to, you know, gear up and gain his infrastructure before he can try to start handling. Well, I mean, I guess if he has the customers, obviously, because they're saying that, you know, they got 2 more days worth of product, and so they just gotta look for somebody else. But I will go with what Terry was saying, because usually I'm not really a big fan of him, but he's been kind of, you know, giving me, I'm kind of like swaying on him just a little bit.
Talking about Southwest T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Southwest. Yeah, Southwest T is who they wanted to go to, who T wanted to go to, right?
No, T wanted to go to Rock, which was Pat's right-hand man.
Oh, okay.
And Meech wanted to go to some dude in the hood named K9.
Right. But see, they did a switcheroo. I swear, I knew that scene was going to turn out a different way, but it didn't. Oh my God. So yeah, they did a switcheroo on me. So yeah, oh boy.
What in the world? We got the diva tongue twisted. JMO jump on in there, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know they thought they was doing something, putting it in the Tide box. What this young Negro gonna do with 1 box of Tide walking out? Not even a bag, no receipt. Like that, man. This was genius. No, it wasn't. It was still obvious what the hell you was doing, but it's better than walking out with it in your hand like, hey, look where that got. You know. But if he walked out with a whole bag of little knickknacks or something, then that's different. But you know, we'll see how it work out. We already saw what happened to Marvin Hagler. That's who gave him the bag and the thing. Marvin Hagler got it, you know what I'm saying? He got knocked out, TKO. Looked like another thug, TKO.
Fella. When they gonna learn their lesson? Why is it that the right-hand people of the kingpin keep thinking they can make side deals with everybody else, and it's not going to get back to them?
Right.
On,
man, that's a problem.
Raising Canaan.
Yeah, and
in power.
Yeah. And that's the thing what people do, period, is when they next to the man or they get access, instead of being able to talk to somebody, whether it's legit business or the street, communicate, talk with the person. But instead, they like to do things behind their back, set up stuff on the side, be sneaky, and then when it come back to them and it don't work out, then they be salty or they got their wig split.
Right. And look, I'm wondering, is that what the other guy from Raising Canaan got, Dean's man? Mm-hmm. Is that work he got too?
Hell yeah, you talking about Booty Tang.
Yeah, he got work. He got work. Homeboy had all these damn girlfriends trying to come to North Carolina. Couldn't even get across the state line. Boy, he got that work put on him.
Boy, they took that Pootie Tang vest off. They buried it with him.
You know who I think dimed him out?
Who's that?
The store man. The guys that let them in to have the meeting in the store.
Oh, you think he down? Why would he do that when he's down with Meech?
How else is he gonna find out? You think he found out from the higher up?
No, I think what you said, they used to have people following they men's back in the day because they couldn't trust nobody. I think Pat might have had some of them goons who hopped out of that van looking like the damn FBI, the Alphabet Boys.
Right.
Probably was telling his man, and then they went back and said it because, you know, they be hungry to go up the ladder too.
Right.
So now that he's there, somebody else get to take his place and be the right hand of the kingpin. That's what I think happened.
Plus, that probably wasn't it.
Together for me.
Plus, that probably wasn't his only, offense.
True. He's probably been looking at him for something else. He's done side-eyed him before, so
right.
It is what. Oh boy, this one's gonna be funny. I'm coming to you first, J-Mo. Lord have mercy. Okay, so Terry is trying to help his family get outfits for the christening, you know. He even taught this baby mama into changing her hair color and getting her to dress, and the sister was able to finesse him into getting her some real earrings because she had Cupid's and Crony. And I'm thinking to myself,
he's getting that loot.
Baby, you just got a stack from your other brother. You couldn't go buy no real earrings, baby. Okay.
That glass was shining, baby. That glass was shining.
Either way, she worked them. So they decide they go there. And then we get a chance to see Southwest T's assistant. The assistant side, he want to get him some kicks. So enter we go to, I'm assuming this was Foot Locker, whatever they had back then.
Yeah.
And Lamar is in there looking for shoes. And I know some of y'all is rejoicing because y'all tired of seeing him wearing them love steel-toe boots all over the damn place. Hopefully he got his ass a pair of Nikes when he was in here buying them up for the crew. But he's in here. He's going to get everybody a pair of shoes. In walks Southwest T with his assistant. Woo. And I thought it was about to be a showdown because they dimmed the music. They went to this music that had a certain optical. The lights got real close in. And it was just a stare down, basically, until Lamar basically threatened the family, started throwing money on the floor. And then his homeboy, as they walking out, going to say, your baby got eyes like you. And I was like, N-word, what? You trying to say my baby can't see out of one eye? I was like, bro, you gonna pay for that. You gonna pay for that. But J-Mo, you get this whole scene to start out. Talk about the whole scene. And,
man.
And hopefully Lamar guys got him some tennis shoes. I'm tired of them boots.
Right. Them boots been made for walking. They need to walk on up out of here. Walk on by.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But he about to get these damn track shoes. He about to wear them out. You know, but this is before the days of Jordan. But anyway, one thing that I'm going to say is that I'm tired of seeing kingpins in these shows not have security with them, or they're not paying attention. We never saw Ghost or Tommy really having like 2 or 3 goons with them wherever they go. You see Southwest T and Meech walking around. You just got shot between the eyes and you walking around with Urkel. What are you doing? Right. What you got? Right. Why with you walking around
with your newborn baby?
Right. You need at least 1 or 2 goons right there with you. You ain't even paying attention to who in the store. Y'all going to the same neighborhood Foot Locker. You ain't even going to the suburbs or, you know what I mean, going into a different rotation. Why you going there?
I'm thinking the same thing. Like,
yeah.
You in here with Bentley, Puff Daddy's Bentley little son.
Right. Farnsworth.
You and your family. You bigger than him. He ain't protecting you from nothing. So I'm like, This got to be his account. This ain't no muscle. This is But you know you in public places with your the baby mama, and your sister.
Caught you with your drawers down.
Right. I mean, because if they wanted that smoke, they could have got it all in that set. If they wanted
I mean, they was mob deep. They had him as the shook one. I mean, it was about to be a rizap, and you know what I mean, and not a good one. It was going to be a nursery rhyme because it was about to be a rockabye baby. He was not paying attention. He should have at least been looking so he could have just decided when he saw them in there, hold on, let's go to another store right quick or something, you know what I mean? But he just walking like he ain't got a care in the world.
Not a one. Nita, take it over. And can we also say, can we keep Lamar away from nursery rhymes too? His ass up here twisting nursery rhymes, gonna give the baby nightmares and shit. She ain't gonna be.
That's my version.
Love that story.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here like, bro, you out here butchering Humpty Dumpty sitting on the wall talking about how you robbing the stash house. But Nita, take it away. You had me hot.
Yeah, what transpired in this episode, in this particular scene, is it showed me that Lamar has a weakness for kids. Kids and family. That is going to be his Achilles heel. So
you must have saw my review because I said the same thing. I said his weakness above women, way above women, is this little girl. That little girl is his weakness for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets real soft when he see the kids. So, but I don't think Lamar got the shoes. I think the soldiers. I don't think he got the shoes. Man, those are like his Michael Myers boots that he like.
That's his thug uniform already, you know what I mean?
That's his uniform.
Right. Michael Myers got the mask for power. He get them dusty Timbos. All right, now I can do dirt and walk in it.
Show them. Don't they always show them like
every other scene? Every other scene, he coming in there with them damn boots on, man. Like, bruh.
Boy.
Oh my goodness, man! Wow.
Who picked up the money though?
Man, that white dude.
Little sister.
God, that white dude was like, ooh.
Right. Little sister like, you know what? Damn, y'all ain't gonna pick this shit. I'm gonna scoop it right on up. Put it in my piggy banks. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they had piggy banks back then. That's what I'm gonna do with it. Wow. All right, Nita. We're gonna come your way now. Now I gotta take you to the police house, Nita. You ready to go? Can I take you to jail? Can I take Nita the Diva to jail? Here we go.
You get locked up.
We back in here with this bad bitch. And she is just breaking down the whole entire scenario. And they actually got receipts. I told y'all last week. Lamar in there playing peekaboo and shit, nursery rhymes. So I keep him away from schools. Because this nursery stuff don't go into his head. He playing peekaboo with Famel, and she clearly, the homeboy in here clearly said they got him on tape leaving the hospital the same time Famel discharged himself. And now what up within here, Nita, you had Coach Cop and his partner basically going back and forth about, you know, what do the 50 boys know, what do they not know? And then you got her saying, we're going to twist the gears on everybody. Nita, take this scene for me. Here's a picture of your boy without seeing his boots.
He almost ain't recognizable without the boots.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still trying to wrap my head around these cops and everybody just trying to take these little corner boys for so serious. And this is just me. This is just a sidebar. It just seems so petty or something. And it's so low level, kind of. It feels like nowadays they don't even think about crime like that. They don't even. I just don't. Anyway,
Nita, think about the era. Let me go back in here. Think about era.
Yeah.
During this era, George Bush was the president.
Yeah, that's what
he came out with that huge initiative about drugs, crack is whack, and all that, putting black folks in jail. Mm-hmm. Basically, what his big initiative.
What year was this again?
This was like the 80s, mid late
Reaganomics.
80s. Yeah, Reaganomics is what it was. And you got to think, most police forces and the FBI know who the head bosses are. Even to this day, they know. But the problem is, can you make something stick on them?
Yeah,
and
you
so
gotta
what they do is instead of getting them, they just go knock off the corner boys and then want to go in front of the damn TV camera and act like they done something. You're getting drugs off the street. No, the hell you're not. If you really want to get the drugs off the street, go after the dude who's in bed with your congressman and your House of Representative. That's who you need to go get. So there you go, Nita. Get it right back in with you.
Okay, yeah. So that whole thing, like when the fact that they're looking for J-Mo like that and they ended up draining that swamp.
They can't find me.
I was floored. I was just like,
Detroit River got drained.
Wow. And he looked a mess. He looked a hot mess. I
got a picture for you.
He was a thug sickle. Came out as a thug sickle.
That guy is giving the cop
Wallace, Detective Wallace.
Yes, he is giving him that eye for sure.
Oh yeah.
So he's putting two and two together and like, we got to watch you.
But he already know he crooked. Because
right.
They had a conversation where Detective Wallace said, "You trained me, and is this some of your bull job from back the way you trained me?" I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along those lines. He know he's crooked.
Oh, okay.
And he even said something along the lines of, you would have got your ass in trouble had you not left this police department and came over here where you at now. He said something like that too.
Okay.
So yeah, man. J-Mo, jump on in there, man. What you think about the Fed girl and them trying to put the reins on everybody, including Lamar?
Yeah, Angie Auntie ain't playing, right?
Nah, Angie Auntie ain't playing.
She definitely trying to come put it together. And I said that they were kingpins. What somebody tried to say in the comments, they ain't kingpins. They're kingpins in their area. They running stuff. Yeah, like that 50 Boys and Lamar crew. The what are they? 10th Street, 12th Street. They the main suppliers in that area. That's why they are the main targets by the cops. No, they not Pablo Escobar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but they making a lot of money driving Benzes, chains, wads of money. They got that house in the suburbs. They making, already over 6 figures at 15 years old, easy. So, and then that's the Reagan Bush era. And, they made it where a lot of people were cut off of welfare. They rolled back a lot of those, food stamp and all of that stuff. They tried to make it like people on food stamps was, milking the system. So what they did was cut a lot of stuff, which then it was also a lack of jobs because it was a recession during that time. So then also, a lot of people turned to drugs because people was sad. They like to feel better. And crack was new. So they didn't know the repercussion as a person today. Know they gonna be a crackhead. They gonna end up being a rock star. They didn't know they was about to be a rock star.
Let me say this, J-Mo, because you make a great point. Let's fast forward to today and coronavirus and what happened. During coronavirus, white folks was out here popping pills till their brains bled out. And what did they want to say? They didn't want to say we need to go put their asses in jail. They said, oh, it's mental health.
Right.
We need to get them some. When black folks been saying mental health for years, y'all just told us we was crazy. We need to keep stepping. When the white folks started getting a little thirsty for some drugs, and was in sorrow because they had to be stuck in the house, all of a sudden, it's just mental health.
That
opioid epidemic ain't nothing. Did anybody see Trump say we need to stop out opioids and go get the people dealing opioids?
That's true. That's true. And then you got to keep in mind that this was the precursor of what led to the crime bill. And people like to always say it was Joe Biden. Everybody in the politics at that time supported it. It was mostly targeted towards the inner city and blacks. They gave 10 times more time for rock cocaine than powder because powder costs more, and high class, upper class, white people and people with money use powder versus crack was $5 and $10 a Rizzock. And so, that's what they did. They tried to make it seem like all the violence and stuff was based around that, which a lot of violence did happen. But at the same time, it's the exact same drug. It's just cooked in a way and prepared in a way that you can get it cheaper. And, they just targeted, they created the prison industrial complex, private prisons. All of this stuff started coming from this era. And instead of putting the money together like they doing now with trying to rehab or create jobs or get people help, they put all that money and resources into policing. They hire more police. They put in more private prisons, and they came to lock, the Negroes up for that. And, it's just real messed up on how the approach was so different because of who the victims were. One people were black, so they weren't looked at as victims. They were looked at as criminals, whereas the other victims were white, and they were looked at as victims. And they were given help opportunities. So, it's messed up. But, I don't want to go down memory lane too much on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get to preaching like Pastor Snoop up in here.
We might have get to Pastor Snoop, but before we get to Pastor Snoop, J-Mo, I want to take you to the club. This is another scene Nita was talking about. in which Meech was in here wilding out. You know, they supposed to be trying to meet up with a plug. The plug they was trying to meet up with was supposed to be a brother named Big L. So Meech go see these chicks that ain't even as hot as his baby mama to go fraternize, throw some money to him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So Southwest T, his mind is on the money right now. A chick can roll up beside him. He basically dissed her because his mind is on the money. Jay, what was you thinking in the moment when you first saw this scene? And what was you thinking about Southwest T when he dissed the Puerto Rican chick?
Yeah, man. I mean, it just goes to show that when you are trying to be about business, be about business. When you here for pleasure, be about pleasure. And it showed that Meech is still that little boy inside. He still wants to floss like he was. That's why they really put it in there to show in the beginning that he's always been the one to want to be that man, have the money, be somebody important for the ladies, and he has not grown up yet. He is still that inner child inside. And it shows why Terry is looked at different by his parents, because he's already more mature. He was doing good in school. He about business. And he's goal-oriented. He's mission-oriented. And he can always meet some ladies. He got a lady. They both got ladies. And both of them real cute ladies at that. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, why are you out here fishing in the sea when you got the big mouth bass at you?
You know what I'm saying? For real. And they both got kids. You know what I mean? So, but he was there for business, and that is what actually helped, as we later saw, is that she appreciated, and she was laying in the cover to peep somebody, like an interview, to see who you really are without you fronting in front of me. You know what I mean? And so she got to see what Meech was about and Terry was about, and she realized, I want to do business with him. The other one, mind ain't completely focused on business. This dude is about that business. He ain't playing around. He probably is going to be trustworthy, reliable, and I'd rather deal with him. And it ended up, you know, that's why I teach my son, always do the right thing because it's the right thing, not because I'm looking or because you in school or because you may get caught. Do the right thing because that's what you're supposed to do. It's a time and place for everything. That's what I was taught. You know, when it's time for school, when it's time for work, when it's time for business, that's what you do. When it's time to play, time to chill, play and chill. You know, but don't do both. It's a time and place for everything. And that's what Terry was on, and I admire that. And I don't blame her for wanting to only deal with him. You know.
Right. I feel you. I'll let you jump on in here, Nita. But to Jay Moore's point, doing the right thing when nobody's looking, my people, that's called integrity.
Damn right.
There, Nita.
Absolutely. And that reminds me of another time when he was in the strip club and Pat caught him. He up there fraternizing, trying to talk to the girls, talk to the strippers, but he was conducting business.
Yeah, he was working.
But at the same time, you see what I'm saying? Like, he kind of teeters that line where he mixes business and pleasure, and that's gonna mess him up.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can tell y'all right now. Someone made this crazy statement where it said, "You don't poop where you eat. You don't eat where you poop."
That's true.
And you don't fraternize where you workinize. And I can tell you right now, unless you like some independent contractor, you got to be very careful about those relationships when you in the workplace. They can get very dicey. Very, very dicey. So Nita, I'm gonna come your way now. So this show had a lot of comic relief in it that wasn't supposed to be comic relief. So, you know, now the 12th Street crew coming and messing up all the sales at the food truck. Basically, done got the whole food truck shut down. You got Slick and his boys basically saying, you know, let me get that stash number. And basically, homeboy was like, look, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't want no cheese on mine. I'm sitting there like, you MF, messing up business. So, Nita, what was you thinking when you saw the way they was ruining the plan? And then you knew Kato was there, and you know Kato has that relationship with Lamar. What was you thinking?
Right. I mean, I don't know. I gave Lamar the bossed up character of this particular episode because he was making some moves. I mean, you can't deny it. He's been making the moves. But the thing is, he wouldn't have the moves to make if it wasn't for Kato. So, you know, it's always, that's why I keep telling y'all about Raising Kanan. I still think that boy flipped. I think he flipped, and he's gonna be working for Unique if Unique don't go to jail. But I think he's gonna have an end or something. For some reason, I still just think that, you know, he let him go with his life because of that. Because he would have to watch his back forever. Like, you don't think whatchamacallit gonna want to get him back or nothing like that?
I'm sure they will. I mean, you know,
that's, like, it was a favor. I'm telling you, that's
it's part of this game, Nita. It's like, this is the trade-off when you get in this life. You gotta always sleep with one eye open.
Right.
Definitely.
Who the hell likes to do that? Not me.
Yeah. Luckily, Terry already got one built in to stay that way, but.
Yeah, but bruh, you know, you can't sleep with one eye open. You on a CPAP machine.
Right.
J-Mo, jump on in there, man. How'd you feel about them messing up commerce?
Man, it's really got Lamar looking like the smartest person on the show right now. And he give me a lot of Kanan vibes on how Kanan was coming for Ghost.
Ben said it.
Yeah, definitely. And so, you know, he's able to basically take over one crew and take out the other. And nobody knows that it's him for either case. And
right.
that's genius. I know they thought he was crazy because he came out the crazy house. But dude is really on some genius moves right now. And, you know, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's basically accomplished everything in just a short amount of time. He got Cash Doll. He got up in them goodies. She didn't open the candy store up permanently, okay? Wide open, you know what I mean? Opened it up. And gave him a damn shopping cart, everything, you know what I mean? He gave him a shopping spree up in the candy store. Supermarket sweep. Straight up.
Candy shop.
Boy, you know what I mean? He dipped that lollipop 2-3 times in that you know what I'm saying, candy. But you know what I'm saying? And then he's able to get money now. He was broke. First he had to probably work for J-Mo. Now he run the damn crew. Right. And then he took out the competition. I mean, he on one. He's definitely looking like the genius of the show right now. I mean, he did have help with D. Ray Davis and right. And Kato. Yeah, that's D. Ray Peaches. But
J-Mo, we're gonna keep the focus on you. So I'm gonna come your way for the next one that kind of ties right behind this. So we get our first introduction to Lori.
Ooh, you know that's my crush right there, man.
Yes,
Soraya, man.
I was sitting there like, bruh, you first of all, this your baby mama. You've been ignoring her pages, fretting around with Ren and Stimpy in the club last night. So you just skipping her page. And not only that, the chick is wearing a Wayne State, which I must say, that's where my wife went to med school. Wayne State up in the Detroit area. Shout out to Detroit. I love y'all. I'm trying to get her to want to move back to Detroit, but she loves this weather in North Carolina, so I might.
You want to live in Detroit?
I would move there in a heartbeat. Just like that.
Ooh, wee.
I would move there in a heartbeat. But she ain't trying to deal with that cold weather no more. So
you gotta get
people in Detroit know I love you. I'm trying to get there. But J-Mo.
Might need to pack a vest.
Hey, I got a few. J-Mo, he knocks on the door. She lets him in. He asks her if she been getting the money. She said, I've been getting the money. And then she just basically, she just gets right to the game. She just like, look, I know what you're here for. And a woman got needs too. But homeboy, when you done, I'm going to treat you the way niggas been treating women. Oh, you think you're going to cuddle up with the baby and your wife beat her and shit? Oh, hell no. Give me my baby. Get the hell out of this house before my mama come home.
Right.
J-Mo take the scene, and while he's at it, people, we've got 300 watching us. Can we get 300 likes so we can continue to try to give you guys a good time when we go on these shows? Take over, J-Mo.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Hey, boy, that's my baby. If y'all been peeping, I've been talking about her since Empire, man. That woo, yeah. But she still got it. And a little side note, she in a relationship with Emmett from The Shot, Jacob Lattimore. They've been together for years, so
wow.
yeah, it's a nice young little power couple on the rise. I give them a little, props. But yeah, man, young Meech came in, and I don't know why he was complaining. He wanted some cuddle time, which, you know what, I take it back. I do know why he was complaining. You know what I mean? I need a little cuddle time too, because she is packing, okay?
Right.
For real. She got the goods. Her candy store, man. Woo. That's a nice store, man.
Do you remember
Amazon?
You remember how earlier in the episode when he met with Southwest T to go meet Rock, he said, "Look, I didn't go down on them girl. I guarantee you, he went down on the baby mama."
Oh yeah.
When she went to sit on that bed in the position she was sitting, that told me everything I need to know. Your ass about to be on them knees.
Oh yeah.
To my little wide double MCA, it ain't the gym. That's
right.
What he was doing.
Yeah, she sat down like she had a plate ready for him. Come on, baby. Mama done had this, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I done had this in the crock pot for you, baby. Slow cooking. It's nice and moist. Come on, get you a plate. He was like, yeah, dinner is served, baby. Straight up.
Nita the Diva. What you think about that? She was serving hot plates, hot ales, and then get your hot ass out the house.
Right. I was saying when she opened the door, she was giving me Toni Braxton, Halle Berry. She was
Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Love
when you
Jones
were answering them pages.
Yeah. She definitely was giving me them vibes. And then I said, well, goddamn. I said, at least the little girl is a good little girl. She put the baby down in the playpen, down her pants. I said, what's going on?
Man, that made me really, really almost like fall in love. Like, I love an aggressive woman coming in. All right, here, I know what you want, baby. Come on. I'd have been like, oh.
But Jay, I thought about it, Nita. I ain't say nothing in the video, but I was like, the little girl's still wide awake. And she ain't crying, she ain't fussing.
No.
Let me try to put L down in something like that and think I'm going to take Crystal in the bedroom. Did you hear me?
That's on you, though. You've been spoiling her, man.
It ain't going to be no love making.
Right in that playpen and got it on.
That baby used to being in that pen a lot. You know, I used to have to keep my son in the pen.
My baby used to be in the pen. But let me put her in a pen and then think I'm going to go get it in.
She gonna break it up. She gonna crash the party. No, I don't want no brother and sister.
Let me just tell you a little story real quick. Then we'll get back to the story. The one time we tried that, why is it that somehow or another her ass was able to get out of the pen and come push the door open and we feel the breeze and we looking back and it's baby L?
I'll be like, don't worry, baby. We working on another member of the family. Hold up.
No, she ain't trying to hear that. How you get up out of there? You
right.
Figured out you got spiders, you got Spider-Man senses or something. You done figured out a way to. You know what?
I remember when my son got to that age where he'd be trying to climb out. I had sat around the corner and watched him. He ain't know I was watching this little ass climb out the corner, and he came and climbed out the you know what I'm saying, little playpen, and then I watched him come. I'm like, what you doing? He's like,
boy,
he looked up like,
I'm telling J-Mo, them children got a sex on. It ain't a radar, it's a sex on. If they think you about to do something, they gonna find you.
They're like, man, they smell like my first house.
No, that ain't what they smell. It smelled like what I came out of.
That was their first house.
Okay, Nita, I'm coming to you, man. Wow. Okay, so now we get to a scene where Snoop Dogg's niece is the attorney. She comes here and says they've got a strong case, and I felt like they had a case, but I'm gonna tell you what. As much as I've been saying I understand where his daddy's coming from, he's getting on my nerves in this situation because instead of letting her explain to him the ins and the outs, I feel like his judgment is clouded because he already ain't feeling Snoop Dogg, so he thinks Snoop Dogg is a televangelist, and he's trying to tie the niece in with Snoop Dogg. Tell me about your feelings on this scene when the lawyer basically telling him, we got a case, but we got to do it right. And the dad is like, man, damn this. I need to be done this way. Hell, I got my law degree from Kick Me Out the House University.
Yeah, I don't like his character in this show. I really just don't. I don't, and I've always said that because I just saw how he treated Meech versus T, and T is just as, whatever. So yeah, he's turned down to me. Like he wasn't even letting her do her job. Right. It is something going on with Snoop and his wife. Something back in the past. It's some kind of history there because he is always looking like he don't trust her, he don't trust him. I mean, it's just always this, and then it's trickling over to the interaction with the lawyer because the lawyer is connected to him, and I don't think he had that smoke for her, but I think she just kind of got it,
Yeah.
Like on some kind of self-righteous BS. But I was just like, I hate for him to play a character that I don't like because I always like him. Whatever he plays in, the father character, he always just is so likable to me, and he's just not likable in that one.
I mean, in this show, he's doing his job. I mean, he's playing the hell out this role. Like, I've been following this dude from way back when he did Lincoln Heights. Dude, he's an amazing actor.
He's very underrated.
Yes, he's knocking this out the park, and he is compelling this role as a conflicted parent. As about as good as you're going to find anybody can compel this role as conflicted parent. But the thing is, if some of us know the real story, Dad's going to wind up getting involved. I'm going to leave it at that. Pastor Snoop is crooked, and I'll leave it at that. Having said those things, J-Mo, I give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, Nita says she don't like him. I mean, I like him. I mean, I
like him too.
Yeah, I like him. I like him to shut the hell up. Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? No, but all jokes aside, he's aggravating, but I understand his position. He feel emasculated. He's actually doing really a lot of self-hate because he knows that he ain't able to step up, pay the bills, provide, and Meech is able to do it. That's his son able to do more than he can, and it ain't like, he ain't trying, but he ain't getting the goal accomplished. Your wife is looking at you side-eyeing a little bit, but she's still trying to be there. But pride, can be the fall of a man and a woman. You can't let pride get the best of you. They like to say, don't be too proud to beg. Don't be too proud, you know what I'm saying, and let that get in the face. Cut your nose off to spite your face. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Some people say he the only black man mad because his bills is paid. It is a chance for him. Yeah, it is a chance for him to get ahead of the game for a second at least with the house note paid off. Now you can save some money, manage some things and make sure that you don't have to be in this situation again, but instead he chooses to move out. So where are you staying? In your car? Or you got a side piece? You staying in a hotel, so you can't pay your mortgage, but you gonna pay to stay in a hotel. What you staying with a friend, staying with a girl? Right, so he letting one bad decision turn into another. It's like one of the things that my sensei, Ghost Dog, taught me. Never let one bad thing become two. So you got the one bad feeling happening, but now you have allowed that to become two and maybe even 3 or 4.
Right.
So if you got one thing going on that may be bad in your life, leave it there. Do not allow it to multiply. Do not take it, you know what I'm saying, to another level. And now instead of that one thing that's negative or something that you ain't happy with, you have now reacted and made it multiple things. So
yeah, with that, good comment, J-Mo. All of our follower, Nancy New, says Charles may be staying with extended family. He's got to be. He's got to be, because the dude, like J-Mo said eloquently, he ain't got no money to catch the bills up.
Right.
You know, every time he get a check, he's handing it to the wife to take care of the bills, and either that or he's staying in the car. And I don't know what his car looked like, so I doubt he's staying in the car.
Right.
But,
I know it's gonna get hot and funky.
hey,
The way he taking a shower at the YMCA.
Right. Or maybe he come home to take a shower. I don't know. You see, he come home to have dinner. He ain't missing no meals. She's still cooking. He coming and getting that meal. So we'll see. I think they're gonna flesh that story out pretty well. I think Nita, before they're done with him, you might like him again before they done.
Okay. Yeah. I'm totally here for it.
All right.
Yeah, I just wish he could really accept Meech's help, like just as a leg up. Just get your head above water. And
he old school, man. I know parents like that back in the day. Because in their mind, they had been so beat down by what society throw on you, about how drugs is bad, crack is whack. They didn't want to have. They were so afraid that if they took money from you, they might be in trouble with the IRS and the police. Them parents wasn't dealing with it. They literally was trying to step away from it. I know a bunch of them that was like that when I was growing up. So, you know, that's why I say I fully understand where it's coming from, because I grew up with parents in my neighborhood, in the hood, who kids was doing drugs at age 13 and could do this type of thing, and the parents basically kicked them out. So I kind of know where Dad is coming from and can feel his pain. But he's going to have a turnaround, Nita. So you just hold on to your horses. Hold on to them.
Right.
Speaking of holding on, I'm going to come to you for this one first, Nita. The muscle of these people that knew where the stash house was at figures out, we got all our people up here to make sure we can run this business. I think Lamar is up, so I think there's a greater plan. And Kato trying to stop him, but he taking his big old McDonald's stomach. He's like, nah, hell no. That I'm going to protect my
McDonald's
I'm going to protect my stash. And Nita, he gets to the stash house. He figures out stuff is missing. But while he's in there, he did clip one of them. He got him in the leg. You see that boot getting drug? I sure was hoping that was Lamar, but it ain't.
Running out there like Willie Lump Lump.
Yeah, man. And in the end, we wound up seeing Lamar feet. Of course, you knew I was going to show y'all Lamar feet.
So
he says, here, kitty, kitty. Next thing you know, big man is in a corner having to defend himself. And look who comes to the rescue. Super Kato. Super Kato. Now, how believable was this when you know Lamar know the streets? He had their MAC-10 gun. She in there with like a Glock 9. When he's got the Uzi joint, he can just shoot up the whole thing. He heard 2 shots from her gun, then he takes off and run. Break down that whole stash house scene for me, Nita.
Yeah, I kind of want to call bullshit on that one, too. But you know what? I think, like, I keep trying to say, like, if she was smart, she would be really trying to take the shot, because she is not safe with Lamar. Like, I don't know how she thinks she is playing this thing. Right. But baby, Lamar is so much of a threat that I don't think that she's not going to be able to get up underneath him.
Nope.
Like, he's going to take her out once he get what he got. You know, he keep on acting like he's keeping her around because of respect for her father. No, he wants the information that he wants, and when he's done with her, he's going to be done with her. That gun is still going to be in her mouth at one point or another. So I just... She need to clean it up. She need to.
I got you.
Yeah. She need to get that, she need to get that thing together, because, you know, I don't know her playing both sides of the fence, and then she turned around and did something with B. Mickey later on in the episode, and I'm just like, girl, she is burning the candle at both sticks. I'm just like, girl, I hope you know what you're doing. That was all I can say. I was like, girl, I hope you got a game plan, because it ain't looking too good.
I got a video I might make tomorrow about, you know, possible escape routes she can use to get from underneath the thumb of Lamar. If I get the time, I'll do it tomorrow. But J-Mo, how did you see the whole stash house scene from Homeboy risking it all. He wasn't playing no game. He hot-tailed out of there, went there. Like Nita said, he was smart. He was loyal. He took a bullet. You know, he was going to die for that cause till Kato came and saved him. Talk about it, J-Mo.
Yeah, man, Hamburglar, he was down, baby. he was the #1 food tester, and he was going to protect the stash house. He like, ooh, this is good, girl. Wait a minute, I know what's going on. And so she basically got guilty because not only did she, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? She's about to get him set up to get killed she didn't try to get him set, but she know not only did she set them up to lose the stash, but he was about to get killed up in there. And, you know what I'm saying? He was going to be chopped up like ground beef. Which would have been a lot to feed, you know what I mean?
So J-Mo, she had told Lamar that she came back because, you know, she was the only one that knew about, you know, she was the only one of the handful who knew about the stash house. But in all honesty, you hit the nail on the head. She was feeling a little remorseful about Homeboy figuring the whole plot out because the house was supposed to be empty. But if she would have been smart, you know what she could have said? She could have kept things cool with Meech and with Lamar because, you know, he died. You could just say he the one that ran it. That's what she could have said.
Right.
And then she still got the inside for Lamar, and Meech ain't going to be having a side eye, which is going to be intense now a little more. But go ahead and take it, J-Mo.
Yeah, definitely. And I got another little take right here is that I think, and I was going to do a video about this, that I think she tried to pop Lamar. Yeah, because it was close. It was like a hitting the wall right above his head or something. I mean, she tried to pop. I don't think Lamar tried to shoot back at her on purpose, though.
Right.
Yeah, because he could have took her out, but that's why he was pissed and made her, you know what I'm saying, slide that little, you know what I'm saying, piece up in her mouth. You know what I mean? She had that cold steel in her mouth. Huh?
Because, I mean, she thinks good on her feet. Like, with her saying that if she was trying to take that shot, which I hope that's what she was doing, the fact that he came to see about her, and you know, like, if you ever do that again, the fact that she said I had to do that to get more trust, that's thinking good on your feet. So
yeah,
just like Terry baby mama, she be on it too. They be thinking good on their feet.
Yeah. I mean, she better try to think of something to get up out of there, though. I thought she was actually gonna kill B. Mickey and say he was the rat, and she found out, like he told me in some pillow talk or something. Cause you know what I mean. She in trouble. They already don't trust her. She did get a lot of trust and respect for trying to save, you know what I'm saying, Pork Chopper Chunky, you know what I'm saying? She saved him like some leftovers. And and so you know what I'm saying, that made him want to vouch for her because he knew he was about to been cooked. And so you know, we'll see how long that lasts. But, you know, I like that name, Miss Freaky Like That. That's what I'm talking about.
You knew I was going to say stuff.
Yeah, that's...
I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let y'all singing folks handle all that.
Freaky Diggy, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That was Meech.
Like that.
Yeah, Meech girl Freaky Like That. She said, you pretty as hell, girl. She freaky like that? Damn, she freaking like that. Oh, we're going to have to get on the show and see what's up with that. Right.
Nita, we got somebody who can get them a plate.
You know what I'm saying? She got a candy
Savannah
stove.
Rivers for the super chat. I missed it, but I just seen it. Shout out to Savannah Rivers, Lori Dupree, super chat. But finish up, J.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Savannah. Savannah, you know, on my show a lot as well. So glad to see you coming through. Support, you know, my brother over here, Lamont. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I mean, that's all as far as that. You know, I'm wondering how long is it going to last, you know. Tell me, Lord, why you take Big Kato? So confused, not knowing which way to go.
Okay.
Pour out a little liquor.
Here we go now with, this is when they introduced Detective Wallace, who we learned his backstory. He's been buddied up with
Frederick
Coach
Douglass.
Cop. Yeah,
right.
Coach Copper. instead of Coach Carter,
man.
Coach Copper.
Coach Cop and Frederick Douglass. They've been buddies. They worked together before. Coach Cop actually trained Detective Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. So Detective Wallace knows just how dirty he is. And guess what? They called him in because they're on that side of the Detroit River and they find the body of Jay.
Woo! Thugsicle.
And that body looks a hot mess. J-Mo, you get to go first. It's only right that I let the real J-Mo the dead J-Mo.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had this thugsicle on ice over here, you know what I'm saying? It definitely looked like, a wax museum figure, so, it just shows that wasn't the real J-Mo from the get-go. But anyway, we saw Frederick Douglass, a.k.a. Freddie D., and Freddie D up here, you know what I'm saying, giving love to, the Black Kojak. And so he was saying, what's up, man? This is the dude you looking for, because you was saying this matched the description, basically. What's up, man? Are you going to be like the cop that trained me? Or, you know what I'm saying, is this training day all over again? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so they was down by the boardwalk, was down by the sea. I know I can't sing, but anyway, they gave him a little, you know what I'm saying, dot in the side of his head, boy, and left him leaking, boy. He got that one-hitter quitter, and it was all she wrote. Now, I know they found the body, but how did they find the body? Because he was all the way, they couldn't even get the body from up under there, and he was in the river. Like, how did they find it? I don't understand how they found that body. Maybe y'all could clear it up, but I don't understand how they found his ass. It wasn't even a secret by that era. Most people that kill folks throw them in bodies of water. And in Detroit, the Detroit River was one of the places where bodies get thrown. Just like in New York, they got a pond where they throw a lot of bodies in. So Detroit's body of water where they throw bodies in was Detroit River. Okay, I was just wondering. I know that's why they getting sick. They got all these damn thugsicles in the water. No wonder everybody was getting sick in Flint and all these other places, man.
Lord, have mercy. Nita, take
dirty ass water up in here, boy. That's like David Banner baptized in dirty water up here.
Oh my God. Nita, take over.
I'm still trying to figure out how they think. First of all, Frederick Douglass. I'm sorry, Brillo. I'm sorry.
My Lord.
Freddie
D. That's how we do it. We picking on our people here tonight. They got Brillo pants and they Frederick Douglass. That's what we doing tonight.
Woo.
Oh my God. It is horrible. It's horrible. That's one thing I will say about this scene. Even J-Mo, even though I understand he's at the bottom of the river and he's not going to look the best, J-Mo was a young boy. That man that they pulled out, he looked like, somebody said he looked like Jesse Lee Peterson. You know, the guy off of YouTube. Y'all know they don't look like J-Mo.
He looked like Vampire in Brooklyn up in this piece, boy.
They have to show some decay on the body. Nita, what do you want to do? What do you want?
I don't know. They don't look like that young boy. I'm like, they done aged the boy. Did he have him? Yeah, he didn't look like that.
Nita, he been dead.
Somebody fumbled the ball. Where is the consistency?
Nita, the body.
Well, Detroit is known for having fumbles on their team, so.
I don't know how they got the name the Lions. That's all I'm saying.
Because they've been lying, talking about their team, and they playing football. They've been lying. They ain't playing football.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess he swole up. He swole up wrong. I don't know, all that water, whatever. I don't know. All I know is it was just a horrible job with makeup, horrible job with hair. Just like, that's all I could do. That's all I got.
Oh, let me shout out the
I was too distracted.
Let me shout out the super chatter. Rap MD TV says, I like the three of y'all on tonight. I can't get enough BMF. It's a good show, my brother. But I need to hear about wanting to move to Detroit. Yeah, man, I want to get there, but my wife ain't having none of that. She ain't trying to go back because it gets so cold that you literally can be alive and then your ass be looking like this. That's how cold my wife turned in Detroit. You could be alive and walk outside and be looking like this dude right here. Now, see, Nita, what they messed up on was his goatee and his eyebrow. That's what's messing them up.
It's frozen.
They would have fixed that a little bit, then he wouldn't be looking like little Richard Marley.
Yeah. I mean, I understand he did and all, but god damn, that was just.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna come to you first on this one, Nita.
Hey, right quick, you sound spoiled about the winters, man. You don't know nothing about these Midwest winter time, huh?
I love cold weather. I'm the only I'm the only black male that I know that is willing to take a trip to Antarctica. I'm the only black male I know that'll go there. Yeah. I'll go there tomorrow.
You and Matthew Henson.
Hey, he can come. As long as he bring the heat, he can come. I don't care. As long as he brings some heat, we can go together.
Woo! Antarctica.
Yeah, man, I want to see the aurora. I want to see the lights. I want to see the animals. I want to feel that cold air only for a couple of days. Then I want to come back home. Yeah. So one of these days, I'm going to go.
Yeah, the way it's going, it won't be around too long. So, yeah, you might have to go ahead. 20, 30 years, man. It'll be gone maybe.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Nita the Diva, I'm going to come to you because can I take you somewhere again, Nita? Can I grab your arm and take you somewhere? Where you want to go? Let's go to church.
Okay, let's go to church.
Hallelujah in the name of Jesus. I'm here to preach a sermon, a christening, to bring together this family because they got this baby right here who need to be brought before God. And Snoop Dogg's giving this sermon, I'm just laughing the whole time. Because first of all, it's hard for me to take him serious, but I actually like him in this role. I think he's doing a fine job. It's just funny to see him. He calls out the families. He's talking about who's going to be the godparents, and Meech and the sisters there, they're going to be the godparents or what may have you. And T is having flashbacks. So this whole episode kind of had a theme of dealing with kids, from Lamar and his daughter to when they first encountered T in the Nike Foot Locker store, picking on T's son, till now. T is having flashbacks of his baby boy in a grave. So, right. Nita, I'm going to let you pick it up from there, but I'm also throw this in for you. After they done with the ceremony, look who shows up. Coach Cobb and his partner to pick them up. To pick up Meech, and Snoop Dogg gets in the way with all his rings. He really looked like a televangelist right here and said, you got some warrants? We in the place of God. You ain't doing nothing. They just disavowed him. Pick it up, Nita.
Yeah, this was a funny scene to me. Only because of Snoop. Now, what I did like is how they kind of, because a lot of times when I watch B.M.F, I'm not really sold on all of the acting and all of the just the things that they do, like the way they set up the scene and the things that they do. It just kind of, sometimes it feels forced. It doesn't feel quite right, but I really did like the scene. I hope it wasn't any foreshadowing on that baby.
I hope not.
I'm hoping that Terry is just having a hard time with the whole traumatic thing that just happened and he, was just a part of. And I mean, that's the whole thing that's what I like about this show, is that they kind of show the conflict between, growing up in a household and having a moral compass, like, really not really wanting to get into the violence of it all, but they kind of have these ties to church. So I kind of like the way they kind of showed that conflict in that scene. That's where I got that. The conflict with the church and the way he was raised and the streets and what could happen in the streets. So, like I said, I can't take Snoop seriously. You say you like him in the role. I'm not.
That wig horrible.
Yeah, but see, that's exactly what I expect from a pastor that's going to have a Rolex and a gold ring on every single finger. I expect his ass to be up there looking like Al Sharpton. I expect him to be still wearing Jerry curl, and it's 2021. That's exactly what I'm expecting it to see. So
Creflo Dollar in this piece, baby. What's up?
Creflo Dollar, my man.
I'm here to preach the prosperity doctrine. You understand?
Right. And I'm going to give it to you, J-Mo, but for Snoop to be this kind of a pastor, I thought the church was small. And when you get outside, this is when we have the daddy basically was going to come to the dinner. Then he looked over, saw what Terry and Meech was driving, and then, of course, the police came to try to get him. And he was like, nah, I'm not coming. I give it to you, J-Mo.
Yeah, I mean, the daddy is a broken man right now. And I feel bad for him. He's handling it wrong. Because instead of just keeping it as, like I said, one thing and dealing with them, he's now brought it onto his wife and his daughter, and now he couldn't help. So he just basically gave up and left and kind of like abandoned everybody, don't want to be around. And, you know, he made the situation worse. And that's just going to leave room for Pastor Snoop to come on up in there and, you know, lay hands on his wife and have a little prayer circle. You understand? Let me lay hands on you, that girl. Let me see what. Oh, Lord. Yes, indeed it do. Ooh, you have been blessed. Oh, up in your nether regions and everything. I feel it in your soul, baby. Oh, yeah, your thighs, these boots, this right here. Oh, yeah, the Lord has really blessed you.
My cheeks hurt.
Because all he doing is making me think of Snoop Dogg being behind her, giving her butt shots, talking about that in the name of Jesus. I bless this body in the name of Jesus. And just
he gonna be hitting it, and she gonna be like, "Oh God, yeah, oh," it like, yeah, keep on saying them prayers, baby. Oh yeah,
yes.
Oh God, oh yeah, like
I can't with y'all, man. I can't. J-Mo, I'm gonna give you the new subject, man. You got to get somebody in trouble. I'm gonna give you the new subject. And the new subject is this: we should have known it was gonna come. Here go Lamar playing peekaboo again. You really can't see nothing. He's so
hell
black.
no.
All you see is his neck.
Midnight. He don't never get caught when he was playing hide and seek, boy.
Hell no. Hell no.
Where he go?
Do not want to play peekaboo will. I mean, they so black, they purple, they blend in.
Right.
This guy was just hiding out at those dwellings. And next thing we know, he pops out, puts the gun in her mouth and tells her not to ever shoot at him again, even though she told him what the plan was. He still said, the only reason I'm sparing you is because I had a relationship with your daddy. So J-Mo, take it away. We got a backstory of what's going on with Kato and her relationship with Lamar.
Yeah, definitely. We see right there that that daddy must have had some type of major role or influence in his life, because he definitely is given a lot of respect and props to her, although he is misusing it by, you know, getting her to rat on the crew, but he didn't kill her. And you know what everybody say about him, one thing is for certain: we haven't actually seen him kill anybody yet. He just beat up some people. And so a lot of people think he may go and kill Cash Doll one day, or he may try to kill, you know, well, we know Meech and Terry don't get killed, but he may try to kill somebody in their crew or something. And I'm not saying it ain't the case, but we haven't seen him kill anybody yet. And he's real calculated. And, you know, he was in that corner looking like Dark Man. You know what I'm saying? He came out the corner like Dark Man, baby. You ain't know where he was. He didn't blend in, boy. You know what I'm saying? Man. Chameleon over here. You know what I'm saying? Midnight.
He had that original cloaking device.
Yeah. They had to call him Moonlight. That's the only way you can see him when the moon is out, because you know that dude. That dude was.
So Nita, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I'm gonna let you pick up where we left off right here, but I'm gonna add something else to it for you, Nita, just for you, because you're a diva, and we like divas around here. So after that incident, Kato was shook up. She's frazzled. She's scared. She runs straight to the arms of Mickey.
Woo.
Because he wants to get them fickies in her Vicky secrets. And she gave up the draws. But here's my question, Nita. You a woman, and I was giving man lessons on my review yesterday, talking about friend zones and all kinds. Fellas, I be looking out for y'all.
I gotta watch it.
Did she give up the draws, Nita, because she was afraid, or is she using this as a tool to control B. Mickey after she already done told him, I can't sleep with you? What am I look like in this truth if I sleep with you? Or was it Nita a combination of both?
It's the latter. She's using it as a tool. Because like I said, like this is what's getting me about it, because a lot of they're feeding you little breadcrumbs. Like they said something about her father, but we don't know what kind of role he played. We see her infiltrating their crew, but we don't know how she got involved. Like, was this the big play all along, or was this something like she kind of fell into? Because she seems like she always is thinking a little ahead, trying to figure out how can I secure this. Like I had to, fake like I was shooting at Lamar to gain their trust, and now she's making this move when she clearly didn't want to make it at first, but now she's getting a little desperate because of how the things are playing out. And so what she knows is that she has to get B. Mickey on her side, be able to manipulate him, twist him and turn him, because he already stuck up for her. He was like, no, I don't think she did it. I don't think she did it either, because so did Pork Chop. And
Pork Chops are chunky, baby.
And B. Mickey said the same thing, right? So
little chopper.
A little added layer, like that pillow talking, getting more information, because she's not going to get it from Meech and T. I think they are really going to cut her off. But she still may have an in with B. Mickey, and they don't know that that's what's going down, but I think that's what she's trying to do.
J-Mo, I'm a rap to you on this one, my brother.
Let me say something right quick on that. She got a little delicate dance, that she trying to do between both camps, and the dance that she's going to is the Monsters Ball, and what she needed is somebody to make me feel good, and so she just had a traumatic situation, just like when Holly had that traumatic situation where her little Pork Chop almost died. Well, he did die, but this little little chopper almost ended up dying, and she almost died. She almost had to, slob on the steel. And so, she's like, man, I might as well slob on Bob if I'm gonna have to slob on something that can feel good. And you got condoms? He say, yeah, what flavor you like? She say, well, as long as it ain't steel, I'm good. And
I was like,
she's like,
I just said what color, I would have been like, all right, I'm gone.
Right, they kids. What color? Like, what I'm saying? It's like, Juji fruits, like with beach bra. What color you like? Like, man, what? You know what I mean? She already just slobbed on the RoboCop earlier with the steel, so she like, man, go on with the jokes.
Wow. Jay, I'm gonna come your way with this. Nita, after this, I got you with the subject that we gotta let you lead in on, because boy, we're gonna have major questions for you, since you're the only woman on the panel. We're gonna ask you all the hard questions. But Jay, before we get there, as we get ready to round this thing up, Meech had to go have a meeting with old Coach Cop, and basically he had to put the smack down on Coach Cop, like, bruh, don't you ever show up at none of my family gatherings again. Coach Cop's like, bro, you lied to me about J-Mo. We found his dead body. Meech's like, I don't know nothing about that, but you take this money because I own you, and don't forget, I got just as much information on you as you got on me. If I go down, your bald head ass coming too. J-Mo, take it away.
Yeah, man. Coach Copper, he really did get into a pickle. Because now he in too deep, like Jay Reed, and I don't know how he gonna be able to get up out of this and keep his job, or not end up getting killed. And because Meech ain't gonna let it go.
Nope.
And he know he's already done enough to end up in jail, let alone lose his job. And his partner is already breathing down his back, talking about why you keep looking out for him. And they got the Drano. They about to clean these pipes over there, you know what I mean, down river area, you know what I'm saying? They about to clean down river area, you know, so he already tried to do what he could, but now we got Angie auntie up in this piece, and she ain't trying to have it. I know we're going to do it, we're going to clean it up, okay? That's my Angie voice.
Hey, Pretty Girl loves trap content.
Hey, Pretty Girl was there. We did a show last night. You know, she real cool. And, you know, appreciate her for coming through. And, you know, definitely.
Grateful.
Yeah, yep. Definitely. She real cool. She in my Discord and part of the membership. So we definitely going to make it work. So she had a couple good points that I didn't think about as well yesterday. So, but yeah, man, I think that Coach Copper is definitely in trouble. And we'll see if he able to get up out of there. Probably the best thing that he could do to save his job and career is for him to kill Meech and Terry. You know, which we know is not going to happen. But if he would have did that, then he could have been safe, because now that would have eliminated, you know, the only person that really know what he doing, because we see he ain't dealt with nobody else. Not even B. Mickey, you know, seemed to have heard when he told them just ruffle his feathers. So,
gotcha. Good point. Let me shout out to everybody. We've got 340 people in the building. Can we please get everybody to just hit that like button, please? And also, if you for some reason are not subscribed to everybody's channel, Nita, J-Mo, they all in the video description. Jump on their channels, let them have it. And if you ever want to join me, subscribe to my Instagram, hit me with a DM. We take guests on the show to help us out, because we know that you guys have great theories and opinions, and we want to hear them. Nita, it's your turn. Lord, let me get myself. I might need to take my hat off for this one. We need a woman's opinion on this one. Let me tell the story the way that I would tell the story. Oh, here we go. J-Mo, take a sip of that water, brother. You're going to need it. So, Lamar done told the baby a bedtime story, a fucked up bedtime story, a nightmarish bedtime story. But anyway, it looks good to the baby mama. She's all ingratiated. She's thinking, you know what? He's good with my daughter. You know, he's making my daughter feel good. And then to ice this cake, Nita the Diva, he's got ice. He's got jewelry. He's got like 50 carats of diamonds that he puts around Cash Doll's neck.
Bling, bling.
Bling, bling. Now, she been trying to keep him in the friend zone, you know, but he done everything he can to get back in. He done wrote the girl fake-ass poetry. He's good with the kids. He telling bedtime stories, putting the kids to bed, and now he done brought the jewelry. And so I said on my show, when women do that and they really in their heart, they want to give it to you, but they mad at you because they know you crazy or you done something where you don't deserve it. When you finally get them draws, it's going to be like you digging through hell and figuring out what's lower than hell. You're going to go all the way in the pussy. And Nita, that's what happened. Take a look at this. Oh,
kicked in the back, though.
Nita, not only did she rip his pants off, but she took her hand and she physically popped that leg up. And when they do that, fellas, I try to tell y'all yesterday, when they take that hand, and then they go like this, they really want you to fall. They want your whole body in their body. You hear what I'm talking about? Nita, did I break this down correctly from a woman's perspective? You tell me what women mean when they do all these different things.
Well, yes, you did. you were pretty accurate in that. It was so funny to me because I stand corrected, y'all. I swear, I thought Cash Doll was on it. Like, I thought she was gonna curve him like, this nigga crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when you told, I said, Nita, he gonna smash, and you said nope. You said nope. You keep them at a short zone because they crazy. I was like, nope, Nita. She looking at this poetry too hard. She looking at his McDonald's made poetry
too hard, and she fell for it. And you was like, nope, Lamont, you don't know what you're talking about. I was like,
she did.
Nita, I done been with a lot of women.
Yeah. When she threw them legs to the moon, I said, oh, girl. You meant business, right? We bust that thing all the way open. I said, good God. I said, was the baby even asleep on that bacon? I said, good grief, girl.
He done scared the baby to sleep with that horrible bedtime story. My ass was scared to go sleep.
Crying, quiet. Is he doing? What are you doing to my mama?
You heard my mama.
That was a mess, but it worked. It worked. So, what's his name?
You done forgot the name. It knocked them. Oh,
is it Slick?
Slick.
What you call him? You got him another name though. D-Ray.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you talking about the Jerry curl cap? Yeah, D-Ray Davis. Yeah, D-Ray.
So he better thank his lucky stars for him because he got him in there. Like, if he didn't take that advice, he would have been short. So, yeah, like I said, now this is what's going to really be, I want to know, does he really like her? Like, I want to know if he really likes her. I know he likes the daughter. I know he loves that daughter. But I'm trying to figure out, where his head is at with Monique.
Prison
and then also,
pumps.
too, y'all remember that Monique used to mess with Meech.
Right.
Now, that is something interesting that I don't know how that's going to play out. It's gonna be something. I don't know how it's going to go, but like I said, that family unit is like going to be his Achilles heel, and that's why I want to know, like, where's his level, like love, in love, like he all the way back in or something. So I was kind of, but yeah, it was a funny scene, and I like the way how they showed it through the bed post,
through the mirror, through the bed post, through the mirror. Yeah, they really was letting you know what time it is. And shout out to Sweet November coming through with a sweet super chat, $5. We appreciate it. She says prison pumps. He was throwing when she busted wide open, boy. Not only, fellas, did she take that leg, and let me illustrate, because the illustration do it better than I can tell it. Not only did she take the leg and pull it back, but did y'all hear the moans and the screams and the groans that was coming from this woman in that scene? Yeah. That's when you know they had a whole lot of pent-up frustration for you that they've been saving for you.
It wasn't acting right there. That was real.
For you, fella. That she couldn't hold it no more. J-Mo, I'll let you jump on in there and break it down. How did you see things, my brother? Did you see them legs like that, too?
Oh, yeah, man. She had them wide open like a V up in this piece, boy. You know what I'm saying? She had them legs. When he was done, her legs looked like parentheses. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't keep them together. She tried to walk bow-legged to the bathroom. But one thing I am going to point out that I noticed, all right, is that he should have been at Foot Locker getting this girl a pair of shoes. Go back to that picture. Her damn two little toes then got smashed the hell up. You see them last baby toes? Damn, girl. He should have got her a chain and some damn size 6, 7. Because whatever she been wearing.
She wears size 10.
Yeah, she got a big foot, man.
That's a big foot.
That is a big foot.
Not only is it big, it look like it's old as hell, too. Like, I done dated young women, and they ankles and leg don't look that. It's like she been walking a long damn time. She must have been Harriet Tubman.
Damn right, boy. She done marched on Washington. She done marched on Washington. She done marched for freedom. All in some damn $5 heels. Because them last two toes, boy, ooh-wee. Them motherfuckers look like two milk duds right there.
She been protesting since the George Floyd incident. She been in everybody protest. Her feet is right all over.
Yeah, you ain't lying, boy.
Lamar ain't give a damn about her feet.
Not at all.
Lamar was about to go head first. He was about to swim in that body. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
When she pulled that leg back, he was about to just finish diving. Only thing he missing is a diving board. That's all he was missing.
Hey, y'all seen the Rodney Dangerfield Back to School? that dude that did the triple Lindy up in this piece, boy, and it landed up in there, man. That's a little old school, so I don't know if everybody saw it, but yeah. The triple Lindy. Right. He did the triple Lindy, did a couple flips, bounced off a couple boards, landed up in there with the big old splash and blook it.
Wow. All right, J-Mo, I'll let you lead on the last thing we're going to cover. Southwest T done got him a new plug, turns out. Big L was the Puerto Rican lady in the club. She liked the way he conducted himself. She did not like the way Meech conducted himself. J-Mo, first crack, take it away.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like her hair, but I mean, it is like out of control, like a mind of its own right there in that picture, though. But it was kind of sexy. She got that good hair, you know what I'm saying? She got Indian up in her or something, you know. But I like how she came up in the two-door 350 XL Benz, you know, pulled up. That was, boy, that's a classic at the time, boy. It definitely was the ride to have. You know, she pulled up on him, let him know, yeah, you know, I was watching you. You know, it was sort of like an interview with a vampire, interview with a dope supplier, you know what I mean? And she said, I like how it's going, you know, but I'm only going to do business with you. What she just did is basically created a rift between the brothers that I'm sure we going to see. Eventually, it's going to get ironed out, but T was always basically the subordinate to Meech. And Meech told him that he wasn't ready, which was true because we saw how spooked he was after, you know, old boy had the silver shovel. Instead of a silver spoon, he had a silver shovel in his head. He took Margaret Hagler out. But at 15 years old, you ain't ready to see nothing like that. Nobody really is. So, you know, but he's definitely having some issues. But we'll see. He about to grow up real fast. She's a little fine, little tenderoni. He about to become the Cougar King instead of the Tiger King. He about to be the Cougar King up in here. I do believe eventually they gonna end up mixing business with pleasure, and she gonna teach him a couple things about the art of love, and little young lotus flower.
J-Mo got to sound like she gonna go strong J Boomerang.
You gonna turn down this, buddy? What that you gay? You turn down this, pussy?
Yeah, man. So
you are no
Jimbo
gay.
G super chatting $10, fellas. Grateful,
Jimbo,
very grateful. Poetry always works on women. It can get you into some places you never would imagine. It sounds like a man that's got some experience.
Hey, man.
Shoot me a poem I can act like I wrote. Notice how Lamar ain't beat her stuff in like an old girl in the bathroom.
Right.
No, you can't beat no stuff in on the couch like you beating in the bathroom. You can't do that.
Yeah, that was his practice. That was his workout. So now, you know, he ready to go.
Right, because he done been in jail, what? He was in there for 2 years and ain't getting no nut. He had to get that 1 minute nut out so he can come put in some work on the baby mama. That's
right, that was like sparring. That was his sparring partner. So he had to beat that up so he could, you know, use strategy when it came to the pay-per-view. He had the pay-per-view, which was the necklace. Now he got to view all the goodies, and he wanted to make sure he did it right. Shout out to Jimbo. Jimbo a legend over there at my channel, boy. Jimbo like the SSBBW. Y'all know what the SSBBWs?
I know what a BBW is, but what's the SS part?
Jimbo, go ahead and type it in there, boy. Jimbo don't play, man. Hey, that's what's up. I didn't know. Jimbo taught me, so, you know, it's supersized.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jimbo, do your thing, bro.
Jimbo
rhyme with gumbo, and you need a big bowl when you're going to do that gumbo.
Throw them bows.
Now, Nita, I'm gonna leave it on you, then we're going to get on out of here, Nita. What was your thoughts and opinions on Big L? And I like her old school filter. She even got the shoulder pad joints in her outfit. So take it away, Nita.
Mm-hmm. She was a cutie. I said she was giving me Vanity, like from The Last Dragon, Vanity with the wild head.
You can teach me some moves.
Right. Hello. Yeah, and then the whole thing, I just like the fact that that she was kind of scoping him out without scoping him out. Like, you know, because you know how people, like Meech got the gift of gab, and he's one of those people, and sometimes you don't want that type of interaction because you want to know what the real deal is. So I like that she kind of sat down and kind of checked him out. And I wonder, is this going to drive a wedge between Terry and Meech? Because I could still see them working together, but he just works with the plug. That's,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it should be a problem, but
it's going to probably
the brother, the dynamic.
Yeah,
it's going to be an ego.
Right.
Yeah, so I can see that happening, but hey, you better secure the plug by any means necessary.
No, she didn't go Malcolm X. she said by any means necessary. Before Wakanda Forever, this meant Malcolm X. By any means necessary, what Nita said. So,
right,
wow,
secure that bag. When you do like this,
man.
What y'all didn't know was a bag hanging down right here in his hand when he was doing this. They just airbrushed it out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. When these two come together, man, we always put on a show. We love to trip out. J-Mo, you going to keep the conversation going on your channel tonight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Nita going to keep it going, and I got Pretty Girl Love Trap content going to join us, so I'm going to be feeling like the luckiest man tonight, man. I'm going to have two lovely ladies on each corner, on each shoulder, man. What more can I...
You got the real shoulder pads.
You know what I
mean? We're going to put you in the middle in the next one.
Okay. Man, you speaking my language. That just you put me in the middle, okay?
Well, Jay, if you in the middle, can't nobody hike their legs up like that.
That's all right. I'll figure out a way.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here, man. We don't enough trouble for one show. Be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. Links is in the description. J-Mo going live right now, and his podcast is rolling too. Be sure to check him out. Links will be in his description. Till that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow, when we bring Miss K and two special guests on the show. I'll see you then.
Deuces.
Peace.